which is one of the body's great ways of making ketones to get you into ketosis, is human breast milk. Who knew? So children, babies rather, up until about 6 months, are in this ketosis that we talk about. So when does it start? I think newborns on should have plenty of ketones floating around in their bloodstreams until those newborns become about 95, and then maybe we'll have a discussion at that point. But a ketogenic diet is the diet that humans have been on as long as we've walked this planet, and it's only been in the last blink of an eye that suddenly, with the development of agriculture and much more recently, the ability that we've developed to refine carbohydrates and make sugar, that the human diet has changed so radically. And now we see the effects of shifting from a diet that was based on primarily protein and fat to a diet that's based on refined carbohydrates. Look around what's going on from a planetary perspective in terms of global health. One of the more popular ways of getting into ketosis is something called fasting. Now, that's an open-ended term. Does that mean putting off breakfast until noon or 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon so you haven't eaten since dinner the night before? That's a form of a fast, and that does indeed raise your ketones in your blood. Does it mean fasting for 3 days? Does it mean fasting for 40 days, as Jesus did prior to his public ministry? Is it the fast of Yom Kippur? Is it the fast of Ramadan? These are all different types of fasting that cultures have engaged in for a long, long time. We now know that there happens to be a bit of a difference between getting on a ketogenic diet to develop ketones in your blood or developing ketones in your blood from engaging in a fast, which will certainly raise ketones in your blood, but does more. What more does it do? What we don't get from being on a ketogenic diet, but we do get from fasting, is the amplification of the body's ability to clear out debris. We call this autophagy, where we actually, auto means self, phagy means to eat. That doesn't sound very pleasant, but what we're doing is amplifying the body's ability to find senescent or aging cells and activate pathways to rid the body of those cells. Very important. We also activate a process called mitophagy, and what is that all about? That's the body's ability to rid itself of defective mitochondria. These are the energy-producing parts within the cell. We also activate, with fasting, what is called mitochondrial biogenesis. Sounds great, and that is the body's ability to grow new energy-producing parts of the cell, again called the mitochondria. So I think balancing between being on a ketogenic diet and using fasting from time to time is really a good way to get the best of all worlds. Back in medical school, we were told that we didn't have the ability to grow new brain cells. We were told that, you had a fixed number of brain cells by the time you were 18, and that was pretty much it. Then every